Things of that nature, and you owe it to yourself. Oh.
What's good, everybody? Got that sports talk Wednesday.
What it do?
Yeah. Back again for another one.
Yeah, for sure though. And you do know that.
Yes,
I'm out here on location. Don't pay no attention to the background.
pay all attention to it. That means he's out somewhere enjoying life.
Yeah, for sure. You got that right. Man, a lot of shit that went on since the last time
Yeah.
that I missed out on the festivities of the that Sports Wednesday. I don't know if you caught the
Before we get started though, man, I just want to go ahead and introduce the show, man, properly, bro, because we always just get jumping right to it. But yo, this is Sports Talk Wednesdays, right here on Things of That Nature. I'm the Doc, that's D. You know what I'm saying? Thing one and thing two. And just to let you know, we here live, 1 p.m. every Wednesdays to give you that no fluff, no filter, just real sports talk, from us to y'all in y'all living room on your devices. Yeah. So what it do, D? Uh-oh. We lost something. Can't hear you, my man.
What about now?
There we go. We back.
We back. All right, we back. Man, I'm good, bro. Just out here in the far from everybody because it is man, I miss SoCal, but I don't miss it that much.
Right.
This traffic is ridiculous, bro. It's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, I've been chilling, man, just out here. Woodland Hills on some business venture.
Right.
Chilling, man. Yeah.
Well, shit, we ain't gotta get too much into that. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
We got a whole lot of segues today. I'm sure we can go ahead and jump right into, man. So let's get started with it, man. Tap into the chat, drop your hot takes, hit the like button if you're repping your squad heavy this week, of course. And if you ain't subscribed, man, you owe it to yourself to do so. So what you got first on the list, man? I know you was talking to me before we even got on here, man. We was talking about some UFC stuff that you was
yeah, man. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Happened to just be scrolling on the TV and they had some UFC fights that it was actual live UFC. It wasn't pay-per-view, but it was just a UFC fight night type of deal. And they were somewhere overseas where it's nighttime there, daytime, you know how it go. And some good fights, man. Like the whole card, prelims, everything, real good fights. Some exciting fights. And then it got to the main event with light heavyweight, and it was Jamal Hill versus Khalid Roundtree Jr.
Okay.
And that's like the number, I think the number 2 and the number 4 guy or something. They up there. They in the top 10, definite, right? And yeah, man, that was a fight right there, bro. That was a fight. That was a real good fight. Man, Roundtree tried to kick that fool leg off, dog. I mean, ain't no way, bro. I'm cool. Nah, his right leg was so swollen. It looked twice the size. It like somebody stuck another calf and shit. Bro, it looked bad, bro.
Right.
It looked bad. But it was a good fight, man. They came out. They I guess they had words the night before, the weigh-ins and all that good stuff, face off, and it got kind of, maybe personal because when they came to the center of the ring, no touching gloves, bro. And it was a stare down from when they walked into the octagon. Like it wasn't no. And then even afterwards, it was still kind of some animosity, like, you know what I mean? Like, like Roundtree didn't even want to shake his hand. He was still kind of heated, like even though he won, but he was still like, and dude was trying to like give him his problem. He was like, well, he could have said that from the jump. And, they didn't let us hear all the conversation, of course. But yeah, but you can tell it was a good fight though, real good fight, man. And then not too long after that, the one and only John Jones Bones You know, he announced his retirement, making Tom Aspinall the undisputed heavyweight champion. I think people were looking forward to that fight, but you know, with John's age, man, I could see why you would bow out and just, you know, shit.
Right.
Don't take an unnecessary ass whooping. Like, you know,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like, so like
Uh-huh.
shit, be smart. You know, be smart.
Right.
Because you know, with fighters or just with anybody, pride, pride can make you do some foolish shit. So,
Oh
you know,
yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely a psychological thing that you gotta be able to control. I'm sure they talk about that a lot during the training. Because once again, your pride, like you said, it's gonna leave you open for a lot. So
yeah,
well, basically, because at that point you just really abandon your whole training and your whole plan. So you're purely going off of emotions or some type of rage, which is an emotion. So you know what I'm saying? It's still like, hey man, you gotta stick to the game plan, and that's what's hard to do,
yeah,
bro. Because sometimes the game plan you gotta absorb a lot, and during that you gotta stay focused and poised. So
yeah, definitely.
definitely, yeah, man, definitely. Well, that's good shit, man. Well, you know what? Without further ado, man, I'm gonna just jump right into it because you already know what's big, man. What's coming up? Everybody knows I'm big into basketball, man. Tonight we got the draft. Let's go ahead and jump
Yes,
right
sir.
into it. And let's talk about a little bit about that right
Hey,
there.
but can we at least congratulate the Oklahoma City
Yeah, I
Thunder
was gonna get there. I was gonna get
for
there, but
that?
yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
okay, my bad, my bad.
You're right. You're right. Let's go ahead and do that first, man. Salute and shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. SGA. Man, that warms my heart to see him because, like I said, Clipper fan. He came from, we let him go for PG, but it's good to see, man. I always had high hopes and I saw him doing big things. I was that was one of the players that it hurt when he left, man, because I knew he was destined for greatness, bro. So to see that and the way he embellish his teamwork over there, bro. Like, man, bro, like
Definitely,
through the whole thing
definitely.
he was just talking about when he won the MVP, giving rollies out. Once again, he shotting out everybody saying he couldn't do it without any of them. Man, bro, it's good to see. Very good to see. Now, I got a
Yeah,
question for you, real quick, on that. Do you
yes, sir.
think? Do you think that that super teams is a thing of the past now? Because once again, you just saw two teams in the finals, right? That were not super teams. So
Yeah,
do you think that it's a thing of the past now? Do you think it's, basically it's something that we don't really gotta see too many people making moves like that? I mean, of course, we got some trades that just went down over the past week. That I don't know if you want to say those pair up as super teams, but do you think that's just something like that and dynasties because of the new bargaining, the collective bargaining agreements? But what do you think?
man. The way this series went, the super team thing might be on the downside
Right.
because I think these squads showed if you just do your damn job, right? Everybody do their job and they give 100% every time they step out on that court.
Hmm.
Hey, you know, this
Right.
was a good series. This was like a real good series. And
Definitely,
I'm
man.
not a fan. I'm not a fan of either team. So,
Right.
and normally if it ain't my team, I'm like whatever. But nah, these games, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, like damn, they balling out. Like they
No,
really,
you're right.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
I mean,
impressive. So
personally,
I don't. And
yeah,
there's no with a super team, bro. That's a lot of ego. It's a
that
lot of
part.
ego,
Yeah.
and and you have a squad that two squads, they're both the Pacers and the Thunder that just they bought into the system and they do what needs to be done to help their team win whenever their name is called. And that's what it's all about, man.
Right. So that
You don't
so
need a gang of superstars. You
so do
just
you
need some
think that
dudes that's
those
willing to put it on the line.
right? Like, well, they said I was watching Caruso. He said it today. He goes, man. We're just a team that's been overlooked as we're just a bunch of dogs. We're just a team full of bunch of dogs, and that's what I like. I like personally seeing dogs that come out of nowhere. You know, those Cinderella teams that it's less hype, it's all more heart. It's how
Yeah.
you play. Like that's why I said it's
Yep.
defense is predicated not only on the act of doing it, but it's also the willingness that you have. It's also the attempts. Like you can't like I heard this right. They were saying how Luka Doncic is a horrible defensive player, and they try
Hmm.
to compare him to Steph Curry because Steph Curry's not the greatest. But to the optics, it looks like Steph Curry plays pretty average to a little bit above average defense, even though the league knows him as not being a great defender. It's because he attempts, he does the things that says, hey, you know what? Let me do the best that I can and then get him and make them go in a direction where I got help. Whereas Luke, on the other hand, he'll just let you go. He'll just let you go by. He kind of like do a little half step that way, and that's it. He's not going to deter your route and going in a
Yeah.
direction. So, you know, I think that that's where that heart comes in. So less hype. That comes with having all of these big names and having a whole bunch of, let's pair up the super team. So like you said, that comes with egos, but also comes with the media hype. It comes with the constant tabloids and being in the face. So, you know what I'm saying? I like it better when it's just you don't really hear about them like Indiana. Like I love that. And then when you hear OKC talk about them, they said, man, like they fought. You know what I'm saying? They did. They was like, man, we came into this and we didn't underestimate them. Everybody else was talking that, but after the first game,
Hmm.
and watching them, we knew exactly that this is the style of game that they like to play. And I know I was talking with effects, and one of the biggest things that I saw through this whole series, and I think I alluded to this in one of our other Wednesdays, is that in this series, you saw change after change after change. Like it was literally strategies that were being played back and forth amongst the coaching staffs. So that lets you know right there on how difficult winning a championship can be because the teams that lack those abilities in their coaching staffs to make those changes on the fly and to notice certain things and to take advantage of those and other things that they were, what I'm saying, like lesser than and the other team was a plus on that they changed those up to try to decrease. It's all of that, man. That you saw that you literally saw that during this game, and it was unfortunate for Holly for him to go ahead and get
Oh
his
yeah.
his injury, man. Because it was
Yeah.
he was man, he started off, he came out the gate,
Man, he was hot. Yeah, he was on fire, bro.
bro. Yeah.
He was
So
on fire, man. Yeah.
yeah, man. Do you
And
think
you
that
knew when he started, you could tell in his face that it was like something that I knew. I was like, damn, he ain't getting up from that. That's a
yeah,
something tore, something broke, we snapped. You know what I mean? You knew.
you knew it just he even said no, no. He was like, oh no, or something like that. I was like, man, it was
Yeah.
definitely that one's going down in the books right there. But
Oh
man,
yeah.
I love what he tweeted after he had his surgery though, man. He said he'd do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like
Oh
just
yeah.
just and I'm like, man, that just shows that he's in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? So blessings to that. Quick recovery and hopefully he doesn't lose a step. Hopefully he comes back and he's what 24, 25, I think, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he
So
youngster, man.
yeah, he should be able to recover pretty good. And Indiana, they're a young team, so they still got, you know what I'm saying? Man, and if you look at it, bro, they was in the game. They stayed in it
Yeah.
was just a period of I think about 5 minutes that they only scored 2 points.
Yeah.
And that's what what I'm saying. Pretty much you can't do that against a team like OKC. And once again, I'm sure OKC had a lot to do with it, but you can't go 5 minutes against those type of teams in those situations and
Yeah.
expect to win. So and not have your best player. So
Exactly.
man,
Exactly.
yes, Lou definitely. I like what he's doing though, bro. Like the shoes that he unveiled, those are pretty sick. His shoes unveiling, I think they call them the Shy Ones. something like that. They were the all gold ones, and I think what he's doing is doing an auction. I think
Okay.
for they haven't even released yet, so I guess they're coming up in July. I think so. Yeah, that was a big promo like for him. You know what I'm saying? So everything, bro, man, to win MVP at a season, bro, to do
Yeah.
all of that, man, MVP at a finals, and man, dude's riding a good wave, bro, and to come
Yeah.
out of where I know the story on Doc Rivers going to Kawhi Leonard and telling him like you don't want to like let this guy go, bro. He's a special talent. He's gonna be that somebody, and you might want to go ahead and stick it out and play with this guy. Talking about
Yeah.
SGA, and Kawhi was not having it. He's like, I want to win now, and not basically alluding that he didn't want to wait for him to grow
Develop.
into and
Yeah.
develop. And yeah, see, so now ended up getting that, and guess what we ended up getting? A lemon. Yeah. If you don't,
Yeah. Hey, you
you
can't even take them back, right?
yeah, yeah,
Even with the receipt, can't get them back. I can't send them back.
lemon law, nothing, bro. So that
Yeah.
just goes to show you, man. Sometimes you got to farm the system a little bit better. But we're gonna go ahead and move right along, man. We ain't gonna just stay put on that because I'm sure we got a lot more to discuss. Um,
Oh yeah.
But just I'm gonna ask you one last question in this. Is the drama better than the game now in basketball? Do you think that the drama that they make it out to be and build it up is bigger and better than the game?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't pay
I
attention
w-
to the drama though. I just want to see them
there
play.
you
So
have it.
you know what I
Right.
mean? I just want to see them
Yeah.
play. I don't care about all that because don't nobody. I mean, drama and build up is only good like in combat sports, bro.
Right.
Like
But
all
basketball
that.
is
Like, well,
it's a
yeah, but I mean, these dudes ain't having weigh-ins and you
right.
know interviews that are your face-off interviews where they on their side talking shit before the game. This ain't no.
Yep.
So I don't know if the teams having beef,
Hmm.
ain't nothing wrong with that, but it
Right.
shouldn't
Right.
but that shouldn't make the series or that shouldn't be the focal point. Like who, yeah, all that shit talking cool till you step on the court, right? Just like in fighting, all that shit talk cool till you get kicked in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Okay.
This shit start being different. So
Right.
yeah,
I would just have to say, I think right now where the game is at, I think up until this finals, I think I would say yes, the drama was better than the games. Just as a very close, avid watcher of the sport,
yeah,
and even though I didn't follow the drama, but if you were an outsider and I was taking a look at it from that angle and perspective, is that you can get drawn in because there's people that really don't follow the sport, but they follow what is the tabloid. You see what I'm saying? Like we could talk about the inner workings of the sport, but then you could talk almost with anybody about the tabloids. So that just let me know and say, like, yeah, the drama got to be bigger because there's those games where all the drama and the hype gets the big ratings and the tap ins. Whereas other games that I know are very good matchup, strategic, hard nosed, but it just doesn't have a big cult like fucking following because of the players that are on these teams or the lack of multiple stars, right? That's another thing about the drama is I think because when you have those super teams, you have more drama, so it is bigger than the game. So
yeah.
it's just my opinion on that, just real quick. But moving right along, since we are talking about drama, let's go ahead and just jump right in, bro, into this draft portion of what's going on tonight in the NBA, bro. Cooper Flag, man, we all know he's going
Yeah.
number one. We all know he's going number one. There's no secrets to that. And my thing about that is people been calling him a generational two-way force. People have been comparing this dude to like people like Andre Carolico. They're comparing him to like a quick, a more well-rounded coming into the league like another Luca. And I think that's where there's this big expectation from him coming in because Dallas Mavericks are going to be the ones drafting him.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a worthy expectation? And do you think he's going to be able to fill those shoes? Because look, they think they let Luca go because they were going to draft Cooper, but that's not really how the timeline went. But that's the drama that people believe. So it's really not. You don't know what you're even getting yet, right? And you already know what you
Yeah.
had. But so, what do you
Yeah.
think as far as the expectation on that, and how well you think he's going to come in and do over there in Dallas?
Man, I mean, you can't.
Can I add
It's
something
hard.
real quick? Can I
Yeah.
add something real quick just to throw some seasoning on that for you? Remember, Kyrie Irving just signed 3-year extension. Okay, that just happened yesterday. Who else is over there? You got Anthony Davis coming back after his injury, right?
Yeah.
You got Jason Kidd. So you're looking at it, and then you got what you call it, Clay Thompson over there. So that sets the scene, and the reason why I want to throw that in there is because these people are veteran leaderships.
They're gonna.
The last,
Yeah, they're gonna make him comfortable,
hmm
and I think the more comfortable he is, I mean, they're not gonna get Luca. They're gonna get Cooper.
right,
You
that
know what I
part,
mean? And that's what they have to expect. You can't expect someone to come in and give you what the last guy gave you. Because if that's what you're thinking, then you should have kept the last dude because this guy's going to bring something different. He's not that person, right?
hmm
It could be the same position, but that doesn't mean he's going to bring that. He's going to bring what he brings. He's going to bring his talent and what he can do. So don't expect him to mimic Luca when he get there. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You got to let
right,
him. You got to build his confidence up, get him acclimated with the system and the people, man. And once he buys in, and everybody can stay injury free, especially Mr. Glass, because it ain't a season yet where he fucking can get all the way through. So,
yeah.
you know, I think as long as they make him comfortable, man, you don't put a bunch of pressure on him. He got to put the pressure on himself to a
Well, see,
certain extent, you
right,
know.
and I think that's what you just hit right on the head. Right there is the pressure that he's going to come in with that they're already going to alleviate because you come in, you have Hall of Famers and true veteranship around you.
Yeah,
There hasn't been a time like that ever where a number one pick, normally the number one picks come in and everything is built around them because the team is so terrible already. That's why
yeah,
the
yeah,
when they won to get this draft, that percentage that was the lowest and they got it, it was like that just changed the landscape of everything, bro. Because it's like,
yeah,
wow, you got a number one that's coming in that doesn't have to bear the weight of make us better.
yeah,
He can
exactly.
still make us better.
Exactly.
And
So
it's
he
like
can just get into his own groove
and develop.
and bro,
Yeah. hmm
come on. Yeah.
And he's
They
a person, bro. Like I said, I know like watching him play, and then you hear all of these individuals speak on him on his behalf.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
he's a complete player. Like if you take away,
yeah.
he can affect the game without having to score.
Yep.
So
Yep.
like
Yep.
like he could take over the game without having to score. Let me even take it up a notch. So that means he has all facets of the game. He could get you with
Yeah.
get you at the line. He can get you, he's a 3-point threat. He could drive. He's got mid range. He's grabbing rebounds. He's dishing dimes. He's picking up and defenders. Picking up on defense. He likes to go ahead and challenge at the rim. So you're getting actually a better player than what you let go that in skill set. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
develop it. So
Yeah. And he's, his family, he's got a good support system with his family.
right.
Like his family's motto is if you bigger than the gym, it's time to find a new gym. If you're the best in the gym, time to find a bigger gym. You know what I
Man,
mean? So he,
salute to that.
yeah, I was watching a little interview with him yesterday. So
Right.
that
Okay.
that need to be better and get better and
Mhm.
not just be stagnant. Yeah, it's in him. So
I
yeah,
like
I
that.
look forward to seeing what they do, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
And my
definitely.
Lakers are selling. I'll throw that out there. They're selling. Anybody want to buy them?
Well, they already
You got
what? They already
got a good, was it 10 bill is what they wanted, 10 billion?
yeah. Well,
Like
they
that.
got it. They got
Oh, they
10.1.
got it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
even know.
it's the dude that he's already a part owner of the Dodgers.
Oh,
He's
okay.
gonna
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went ahead and
Might as
his
well, right?
little went ahead and purchased that. But we'll get into the fakers in a bit.
Yeah. The only announcement I need to hear is LeBron and Bronny and JJ are gone.
Good luck. Well, it can kind of get there. The way I can kind of see things, but before we do that, man, I'm not going to do that to the rest of the draft class. Dylan Harper, go ahead. I think
Yep.
he's going to go
Yep.
number 2. This
Yeah.
dude's phenomenal dude. I think he's going to be a good pairing if San Antonio go ahead and do what they do with him, and get him on the upside. He's a pass first guard, so if they can go ahead and pair him up with De'Aaron Fox and Castle in the backcourt, that's gonna be
Gonna look
nice.
nice. Yeah,
That's
that's gonna be
gonna
real
look
nice.
really nice, bro. So definitely want to give a shout out to them. But we can't also forget, man. There's gonna be a lot of movement. There's gonna be a lot of movement going on tonight. I think once we start getting down to like the second and third picks, a little bit probably after that, people are gonna be trying to trade up because you got teams. And the strategic part about drafting is you got some of these teams that are drafted multiple times in the first round, and just like the Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't draft until the end, like I think they got the last pick, 55th pick, of the first round or the second round, something like that. Second round, they don't even got a pick in the first round, so they got like the 55th pick in the second round or some shit like that, right? So, um, some of these some of these teams, just to let y'all know, they will trade away a high pick because remember, the higher the pick comes with guaranteed contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you don't want to add those book to your books when you're in a rebuild or you got something where you're like, hey, I don't want to have to, and then you're stuck with farming that talent, and if you're already on a long build, you're giving guaranteed money to a rookie, and you got to think about that. So there's a lot that goes on when it comes into draft night and moving and why people trade up and why they do that. They could have did this. You got
Mm-hmm.
these 2 tiers in taxes. You got what's the build on the team, what the turnaround time is for the coach when they hired them. A lot of different things are going on right there. So let's go ahead and move on to what I think
Yeah,
is going to
man.
be the third one, which is Ace Bailey, future star, bro. Oh my God, I think he's gonna be another one that's gonna be another one excelling. Um, I don't know if you watch much of him, but man, I think he's definitely gonna be um going in the top 3, even though there was a little bit of drama, coming in, just a little back story, what I'm saying. He had skipped some workouts with some teams, and that has people thinking that he's gonna drop in his what he goes. Um, Newsflash, you don't gotta go to every team. You ain't gotta do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's big in the combine for football. You get a lot of these college players that come out and say, like, I'm not gonna do the combine, or I'm only gonna do part of the combine. And I think that's just whatever you and your team and your support decide to do. And if you're cool with how that turns out and how it plays, if you have a set plan to get somewhere, then that's on you. But I still think he's gonna go in the top 3, bro. The talent is definitely elite. It's a great draft class. Like I said, you got, if not, you got Edge. What's his name? Edge Comey. Basically right behind him, or if not, they could 3 and 4 at that. Trey Johnson. Um, you know, uh, uh, Knuppel, all of these, man, they got a great class going. But just want to give a quick touch basis and shout out to them, man. They tonight is what they've prepared for their whole life. So you know,
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy
Oh
it,
yeah.
embrace it. For those youngsters that are wanting to be in that position at some point as well, pay attention to it and see how they move with class. They talk with inspiration and honesty, and they got there with the people I'm sure that you see all the people at home as well, but that it's bigger than just them. So, the support systems definitely doesn't stop, man. So salute to all the support system out there to get every athlete to where they got to get.
Yep, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
So
What's up?
what else we got on the plate?
Well, before we go any further, man,
We still talking.
well, yeah, just real quick, man, since we're in the middle of it, real quick, this is just one part of what we do, which is Sports Talks Wednesday. So don't forget, man, go ahead and check the things of that nature. Line up on segments. We hit a lot of different angles. We got what's in your playlist for the music that moves you and the messages behind it. We got putting something good in your belly, with the food talk, the comfort cuisine for the soul and the seasonings. We got the session, which is
Sir.
also deeper into the music beats and bars and behind the scenes of the music game and industry. We got unfiltered convos, which basically that's our tabloids and headlines that hit home, and we go ahead and give you unfiltered content as far as like our feelings and back, what we bring to it and experiences. And then of course we have Stone Not Stupid, which is cannabis culture, community, and clarity minus all of the bullshit and nonsense. So different lanes, same vibe, same honesty, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you owe it to yourself.
Check us
Now,
out.
yeah. Now back to what we discussing here on sports, man. Um, I know that we had a couple of I'm gonna just throw this out there, man, because we had Kevin Durant go to Houston. What you feel about that? you
Bro,
think you
I,
think that helps him?
I don't know. He ain't helped
Okay.
nobody else. I mean, let's keep it 100. Who has he helped?
Right? I
Every team.
mean,
Like
that's
honestly, just be
big.
honest. Who has he helped, bro? He went to a Warriors team that didn't need him. Let's keep that a thou while they just whooped his ass the year before and he came over. So they didn't need him. So where has he gone where he made a huge impact, bro?
You're right, man. That's part
I
of the
don't know.
debate. That's part of the debate.
Yeah. And that's not taking
Everybody's
away he's good. We know he's good. He's one of the
right,
best, right? We know
right.
that, but I don't know, bro. We'll see.
Okay,
But I don't
right.
only
Well,
time will tell, right?
I think it doesn't move the needle. I don't think it moves the
Exactly.
needle.
I wasn't like, ooh, when I heard it, like, okay.
I will say this though, you do add because last year, and I hate to say this because it's a different team because of who they had to let go. So when I hear them talk about it, and they'll say, "Hey, yeah, well, Houston, they're right there. They were second in the league last year," and blah. It's like, yeah, but that's not the team no more. And they're like, "Well, you just added KD. You didn't just add KD and lose anybody. You guys lost Jalen Green, and then they also lost my other guy. Sorry, man, it's right on the tip of my tongue, man. The dude with the braids, the other dude with the braids, the hothead. They lost him. So it was a defender, and even though they play, roller coaster, sporadic games, that is what got them there too, right? So they were still a big part of making that happen. Adding Kevin Durant while losing those pieces, I don't know how that affects things, but I know this: they didn't have a go-to player down that stretch. So when they needed a bucket, like, hey, you guys know as Lakers, who you're gonna go to? You got two players you're going to down the stretch. That if we need a bucket, it's gonna be an option one and an option two, right? They didn't have that. They didn't. Most teams had it. As a Clipper fan, we do. We have two players that we go to in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't have that. So now adding a Kevin Durant gives them that. Definitely gives them that. But I don't know
Yeah.
how far they go deep into the postseason unless they do some other changes. Now they did have some injuries that affected them, so it's good to see they're young. I love the coach. The coach was from the dude that got fired from Boston. You man, oh, Umake, right? Odeka Umake, right? So him, he's an excellent coach, bro. He was coaching Boston very well. that it was the stuff that off the court type activities that had him kind of sewed up and on helped him on his exit. So just something to think about. I know Boston let whatchamacallit go.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't.
Holiday and Holiday is gone, as well as there's what's my man big name Porzingis KP. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
and then they got Tatum that's out with his for a year because he's gonna be so next year that's wide open. Boston's only gonna be Jaylen Brown, and they was talking about trading, not talking to them, but they said they've been open to listen and hear the trade value and what people were talking for him.
What?
Good and bad, I would think though. But I
Yeah.
think just real quick on that, to me, my personal part on that is I think they should see what he has. This is his chance in his year to step up and put the team on his shoulders and to say, hey, I look, this is what I can do. Because remember, that's Big Brother. He was there 1 year before Tatum. So
Yeah.
if you think about it, it should be here you go, man. Everybody's been saying that you got
Yeah.
one A, one B, and
Have some
here's your
confidence in him, and now, shit,
you get a
you want
chance.
that chance, right?
Yep. So
Everybody want to be the star until they put in the spotlight. But we'll see.
well, I think I like him. I know he'll step up to the challenge.
Yeah,
He won't.
I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying that's just
Yeah, that's that his natural is like that. Like when I watch him in games when Tatum was out, he's like, hey, shit, cool, I'll step it up. So
yeah,
it's gonna be good to see. Have you noticed something? There's a trend with that number 0 though, bro.
yeah. Everybody wants
Tatum, but not only that, look, Tatum's out, Halliburton's out,
to.
and Dame
Lillard's
Lillard's
out.
out.
Yeah, I know.
All
Oh,
numbers
bro,
0.
that's crazy.
Just
Yeah,
stay away from that number 0, y'all.
yeah, shit. Leave that shit
Oh.
alone.
Right.
Leave that shit alone.
All right, so I'm gonna transition real quick over to the W. Man, it's been some crazy stuff going lately. I know right now Minnesota, they've been cruising, but then they hit, the injury bug. Their number one player is out right now. Lafisha Collier, she's out. I think it's gonna affect them a lot, definitely, bro. The engine that makes that go. So I think it's going to be a big effect on them. But I think they'll still be able to maintain up there. It's just going to take a little dip. I definitely know that the teams are going to be gunning for them without her being, in the game. Your girl, man, Caitlin Clark, bro, she's been struggling. What's up with that? She hit reality, or has it just been all hype this whole time? What you think?
Oh, say that
Caitlin,
again.
no, it's all good. Caitlin, she's been struggling, man. Her 3-point shooting's been really off, man. I think she's been like 1 for like 18 or 19 or something like that, man. It's been really off. She only scored like 6 points in the last game. It's been I'm not gonna say painfully to watch because it's not a painful sport, but just to know just to know how good that she can be and all the hype she was getting coming in splashing like she was doing after her injury. Do you think this is a part of just, hey, you know what, her body readjusting?
Yeah, man. It's just got to get back. She got to get into that groove.
Right.
Got to find her. She got to find her rhythm. She got to relax. She got to understand that you got 4 other players on the floor with you.
Right.
And you can only do, and you got to do your part. Right. That's it.
That's
it.
Yeah.
That's it. And we got to remember they young. Look at this young man.
Yeah, man. That's definitely sure.
You can't expect that. I mean, yeah, they've been playing ball their whole life, but adult maturity is another thing. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. And once again,
Uncle
you're
over here trying to tap in.
Oh, all right. Shoot, tell him you need to come on in. Come on in. Come
What's
on
up, Uncle?
in.
I did send you the hookup, man.
And oh my bad, the hookup is also in the comments. The link is right there.
And then if you just go on Facebook or Instagram or not Instagram, Facebook or YouTube, and just click the link right there, you'll come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Well, we live.
Yeah, man.
I don't see you at all.
It says it. Click on the link to join.
Then check your email. Check your email then. I sent it to you in your email.
You got a personal invite.
Unc, I already know your email. I sent it to you.
Oh, hold on. I'm looking for it now.
Y'all see what I deal with, man? Got these OGs on here that's be tripping.
Right now.
All right, but it don't trip because we almost out of time anyway. Because I gotta move and groove. So all right, we get you next time, man. It's every Wednesday, baby.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay,
All right,
I feel you.
Get
All right, Unc.
All right.
Yep. Y'all see what I deal with, man?
Yeah. See, sometimes it just be like that, man.
Yep,
but you know,
sure do.
the good thing is every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Tap right on in, put it in your schedule, man.
Every Wednesday, y'all.
Every Wednesday, and we always gonna leave a link in the comments. We'll be better at letting y'all know that as well as the top of the show. Maybe we'll come up with a banner or something and let you know as well. But always gonna be linked. It's gonna be in the comments. To go ahead and just tap right in. We'll hear you knocking at the back door. No pause. Yep. I'm talking about.
Oh, and then there she go. You see this bullshit?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure Uncle was doing it.
See? She don't even trust me. Like I didn't send my uncle the right shit. You see this right there, bro?
It works.
It works.
You got knocking at the door. It works.
I'm gonna put you on now. See, she's talking all this shit.
Okay. Well, see, now you're on live Sports Talk.
Now you're on live.
Yeah, you want me to talk about sports?
No, she don't know nothing about sports, bro.
No, world record was broken yesterday with a hula hoop girl doing hula hoop on her booty.
Okay. See,
that's sports.
There you go.
Sports. 100. An hour and 15 minutes. Let's see you do that.
Hell no.
Nope. Nope. I passed. Well, shout out to the hula hoop.
It was a white lady too.
There you go. Shout out to the white hula hoop chick that
no booty.
With no booty.
With no booty. Didn't even have love back there. Didn't even have love and still did it for an hour and 15 minutes.
She has hips then.
I don't know. She was skinny.
Yeah, bro. She was.
I get out of here. Okay, bye, you guys.
Thanks for the join.
All right.
Oh, shout out to anything, man. Skating champion.
Anything's possible, right?
Yeah, anything. You can do it. Just put your mind to it.
Hey, speaking of that, bro. Speaking of sports, I watched some shit Saturday that I ain't seen before. No, it might have been Sunday, maybe Monday. Can't remember now. Lacrosse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, yeah. I was excited. I was like, ooh, it was. I got into it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like throwing that little ass tennis ball or whatever it is, and that little they run around with them sticks and slinging and it was interesting. Like watching because I don't really understand it yet, but just to watch how they trying to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got your offense, your defense. Certain players can't be in certain areas,
right.
Yeah, and to be slinging that little ass ball around and catch it with the net.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that takes some skill set, I think. So and they have like a scrum, like how hockey, they put the puck down and they go at it.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with this shit, and they put the ball and they gotta scoop it with the net. Man, it'd be like 5, 6 of them knocking the shit out of each other. I was like, okay, I can get into this.
Right.
Yeah.
Watch a little rugby too.
All right.
Rugby. I guess it's a and I think it's like a U.S. league because it was like Utah against another state. So I was like, oh, okay, they got some. Yeah, that was good. Some good shit too.
That's what's up.
Some massive individuals out there, bro. Shouldn't be running that fast. I swear to God, they shouldn't be running that fast, bro.
Hey man, there's some talented folks out here doing some talented things that, especially like I said, all these new sports on the rise, or not so much on the rise, but just being more into the mainstream.
Yeah, being brought to the forefront.
Yeah, like I brought up, when that one was a garage sports with that little type of baseball that they played in a warehouse, and then all these different types of games, man. The Pop Shot Championship I watched, and I'm like, bro, this is great to see, because now everything that you played as a kid, you can really go and make some money doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much, but
yeah.
But it shouldn't always be that, right? It should be if you enjoy it and you love it and you can make money off of it, go do it. Go do it.
Oh yeah, back to hoop. Shout out to the Big Three, man. I finally caught a Big Three game the other day.
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah, man.
Watch. Yep.
Shout out to all them. Yeah, shout out to them big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was enjoyable. I didn't want to get up. I had to get up and leave. I was like, man, but they balling. they going at it. They balling.
Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to that, bro. Shout out to the 1-on-1, the 1v1s, or what is it? What is it called? The shit that Michael Beasley and whatchamacallit and them doing.
Yeah. The
1v1. Yeah, whatever it is. But shout out to that too, man. I know from what I hear, I think somebody's trying to do a women's version of, I don't know if it's the 3-on-3 or the 1-on-1, but I know that, even though it's kind of weird because they didn't want to let them be involved with the Big Three. So kind of like, huh? But anyhow, that's just, something on the back burner to watch for.
Yep, definitely. Man.
Football, man.
Oh yeah. Nah. Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to talk about my team because we just looking real good right now. But I'm not gonna talk about the Broncos. We're gonna speak on Aaron Rodgers and his $13.6 million 1 year dealio. So calling it quits, saying it's gonna be his last season. Respectfully, I respect it. You're 41 years old.
I like his mentality going into it as well, man. I know. Like he said, he was just like, basically he wanted to end on things on his terms. And I think when you go into the season knowing that, not making the decision after the season, I think it's a lot better, because then you get the season and get to, really know that, hey, as you get down to like, this is the last time I play in this stadium, I'm gonna embrace it, I'm gonna take it in and enjoy it with my family, rather than saying, hey, you know what, I thought about it and that was my last season. You really didn't get to enjoy that in that journey. But to each their own. That's just my take. I just wanted to throw that in there before we went ahead and closed out, man, because, man, what he played 21 years? 20 years? Man, 20? That's a lot, bro. Football, 20. Bro. That's a lot.
Hey, that's a long time for football, bro, especially in that position. Because most of the time, what are you doing? Trying to avoid motherfuckers twice your size, trying to knock the shit at you. So you got to give me props for hanging in for 20. Most, I mean, besides him, Brady, who else is really, you know what I mean? A lot of them dudes couldn't do, and that's a testimony to his regiment, whatever he's doing to keep his body fit and right, man. You got to respect that, and at least he know that, hey, it's my last one. I'm gonna have me some fun and see where it goes. That's all you can do,
Right. Well, before we go, I'm just gonna ask you one question, bro. Who you think's winning the AFC West? Chargers, Chiefs?
Man, please. Broncos is dog walking the shit out of them motherfuckers. I don't care what nobody say. We own it this year, boy. I'm telling you. We own it this year. Hey, we done picked up J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. Chargers, why would you trade somebody to your same division? He bought the man. Yep. He said, yep, I got a chip on my shoulder, but he says, I don't care. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to beat everybody.
Trying to do it all.
Yeah, he said, yeah, it's going to be nice to see him twice. He said, but honestly, I'm here to win, and he's excited. Hey, that with Bo Nix and the receiving core we just got, and the DBs we just picked up from the trade and the draft, man. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, we got a solid. Yeah, we're gonna give everybody in the AFC West a run for their money.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shit, y'all cash our votes, man. Let us know who y'all think coming out the AFC.
Yeah.
We'll talk NFC next time. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
This is the time that we got for this week coming up for y'all. The conversations don't stop. We just switched to a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, a room, as you want to call it, or as we like to call them. We'll just go to a whole different segment, right? So keep it locked right here. Things of that nature. Hit subscribe, the bell, tag your sports homie, and run this all the way back from the top. Remember, sports is just one chapter. We got beach, food, culture, and the green life. You owe it to yourself to tap into something real. I'm the Doc. That's the D. And guess what, man? We out of this. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Things of that nature.